I would still, anyone I talk to, friends, family, start dropshipping. Dropshipping is still the biggest opportunity. Speaking directly to beginners, you guys need to realize that your quality of work is going to reflect your amount of sales that project or receive. It might take you an extra 10 minutes to put in extra quality as far as like a product description, going on Canva, editing your product images a little bit. Those little critiques for dropshippers and beginners, like I definitely recommend to start that now.
Biggest realization is just growing the team with the right like operations people, because for me operations was never a strong suit, and I feel like that always limited my growth. And then I was like, you know what, let me just try to like find people that I can actually trust and bring into my team and kind of give them like a deep role and be almost like, you know, partners basically. And that made an insane difference. And I'm sure for you, like having a girl too, like that adds such a nice touch, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you like touch on the trust thing too. Like when people I find these days a lot of people are chasing partnerships to make more money, right? Like, oh, this person's doing that, I'm a partner with them to make a little more money. Like, yeah, sure, at the end of the day, that works. Or it could end up really bad. I've seen stories, people in the space, they partner with somebody because, you know, they want to make more money, and then someone gets screwed over in the end of the day. So yeah, the trust thing is really big, in my opinion, when it comes to working with somebody, just because you don't want to tell the person to do something and then look back 2 days later and it's not done.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as,
Yeah,
I
bro.
guess I can put a partnership.
I like that. It's like reliability is so much more important than people ever, you know, expect. At least for me, that's what it was. Like that's kind of what I started now placing as like a bigger emphasis in terms of like qualities that I look for in somebody is like reliability. Is like how reliable are they? Like if I say, "Hey, we need this done like, you know, tonight." Like will it get done? And that's what
Mhm.
makes all the difference. So let me ask you this now, you know, tying it back. I think, you know, this is like we're catching up right now, so that's why I'm just like, oh man, this is great because I'm like taking away
Yeah.
so many things. But I want to appeal to my audience a little bit. I know a lot of them are just still beginners and whatnot, so I want to just ask you from your perspective, what's like a good opportunity in your opinion? Like, let's say if you had to start from zero, that you would pursue right now.
I would still, anyone I talk to, friends, family, start dropshipping. Dropshipping is still the biggest opportunity. People confuse quality over, especially beginners. Like speaking directly to beginners, you guys need to realize that your quality of work is going to reflect your amount of sales that you're going to project or receive. It might take you an extra, you know, 10 minutes to put in extra quality as far as like a product description, going on Canva, editing your product images a little bit. Those little critiques, um, for drop shippers and beginners, like I definitely recommend to start that now. The opportunity's there. I feel like drop shipping will never go away.
I agree. And I almost feel like it's easier now in some ways, like in the sense that now there's so many like third party logistics available that you can use. There's so many marketing methods that you can use. It's not just Facebook ads. You can like launch an organic based store and still, you know,
Mhm.
generate some income. So those are some really, I agree, bro. I still think it's the best opportunity, especially if you can treat it like a business and a brand as opposed to just like, I don't know, a quick cash grab. And that's how you learn skills. So that's another thing. If you know, what's the most important skill you think to have a successful dropshipping store then?
I think being able to switch from yeah, finding products and like that can be a skill. Um, but being able to switch from like because I like to start general. So if I'm testing multiple products, I like to just test, and try to find the good product. But the pivot from the general to like, all right, realizing that you can make this something that can either last long term or like just have a more branded feel. And I don't think a lot of people talk about this, but the power of white of like of I guess, branded drop shipping and white label products without needing inventory is so powerful. And that skill, and that when you start utilizing that, that's going to take you from here to here. I sold the company strictly because I did that. And if it was on the general store, it wouldn't be, the value of the company would not be near